What's up, CEO? So the same thing happened that happened last week where the phone just kind of overheated. So I was sitting in the same spot. I should have known than last week. So I just wanted to finish up the lending class though. Okay. So the last thing I said in the last video was then your lender would love you. Okay. If you're underwriting your loans like that, to make sure that they can, that the buyer can afford the car, and two, that they can the buyer can be found if they can't afford the car, right? Then that is underwriting the loan. Okay. So then after you underwrite the loan, of course, you have to explain the terms to the buyer, get them to agree, and then close the deal with the documents, right? Your buyer has given their documents to close the deal. All right. Hey, Joseph, so glad you found the next video. But, so that's the lending part. Okay. So a couple of things that you need to know about the deal. All right. For the lending. Lenders can require a recourse, which means basically if your buyer misses the first one or two payments, then you buy back that loan. Okay. That is something that you have to be aware of. You want to try to avoid, but sometimes it's unavoidable if your buyer's credit is what causes, that clause to kick in. Okay. So what I want to say to you about that is, even if it is a third party lender, you need to treat that deal like a buy here, pay here deal if that lender has a recourse clause. Okay. Because if that buyer misses that first or second payment, then you need to have all the things you need to have with buy here, pay here to be able to find that car. Okay. Because it is then a buy here, pay here deal because you are on the hook for paying, buying back the loan basically. Okay. So treat it like a buy here, pay here deal until all terms have been satisfied with the lender if you're using third party lending. And then, of course, if you're not using third party lending, then it's already a buy here, pay here deal because it's in-house financing. So let me know if you have any questions about lending. Okay. So this is exactly what we're going to do in the lending class. We're going to go through lending step by step. I'm going to give you more details, more tools, for your lending process. And what I mean by tools you need to know how much the lender is going to give you for that car. You need to know how to price your car if you're doing buy here, pay here. You also need to know what documents to have with lending, what fees to charge, and that's buy here, pay here or third party lending. And then you also need to know if you're doing buy here, pay here, you need a pre-counseling program to make sure people understand what they're getting into. And then you need a post-counseling program. Now that you signed the documents, this is what we're doing going forward. This is when I can come pick up the car if you don't make the payment. This is what you do if you need repairs, etc. Lending is detailed. That is why I'm doing the class, and I'm going to give you all the details. You'll get a lending handbook. You'll learn how to lend money to your buyers to buy their cars. Okay. So sign up for the lending class if you want to know about lending. And if you're already lending, if your buy here, pay here lot is struggling, which if you aren't doing the things that I mentioned here and some other things that I'll mention in the lending class, then you might be experiencing, buyers who think that you owe them everything, or not enough cash flow coming in. Maybe you're collecting monthly payments instead of weekly payments. Maybe you're having to go get cars sooner than you expect. Maybe cash flow is kind of lagging a little bit, even though you're lending money. If you're having any problems with your buy here, pay here lot, I am offering you a free strategy session. Okay. And if you're having any problems with lending, like finding the lenders that are actually paying you out what your car is worth and giving you the kind of profit that you need for this vehicle, then I'm also offering you a free strategy session. Okay. So, if this is you, then just say, hey, let's see, put strategy session in the comments. If you're like, yes, I need help with a strategy session on buy here, pay here insurance side. Okay. So it is, if you have had a strategy session before, then it is one strategy session for every dealer. I do one free. I can't do, a whole bunch of strategy sessions free. That's why I offer the $1 Million Dealer Club. That's where you get strategy sessions every week. So I just wanted to say that because I'm not sure, Joseph, I think we have had a strategy session before. So if you've already had a strategy session, the next strategy session is to join the $1 Million Dealer Club. You get a strategy session every week. Just like I was talking about the dealer I was working with yesterday, it was her strategy session, really. We were going through her business line by line, pretty much, and getting her buy here, pay here together. Okay. So, CEOs, this is a good business. Okay. It really still is. I know, prices are up and down. I know right now inventory at the auction is more expensive because we're in tax season. I know it has its challenges, but nothing is without challenges. Okay. So we have our challenges, but this is still a really great business. I was reminded last weekend of why I got into this business. I sold a Kia Sorento, and the girl hugged me like twice, because she just felt like it was such a good deal. She felt like I was being honest, and I was. I was 100% honest about everything. Even the fact that Kia's engines, you got to watch that oil. Like, I told her everything she needed to know to make sure she kept that car running. And she was so appreciative, like came cash. It was a almost $9,000 car. She came cash, and it was a good deal. And I was like, oh, this is why I got into it, because when customers appreciate it, they appreciate you. Like, there's nowhere else they can go that the dealer is going to be honest. There's not a whole lot of good dealers out here. She even told me, she was like, she went to look at another Kia Sorento that they were charging like $20,000 for, that was not even as nice as the one I was selling. Right. And she was like, that is just crazy. So she was so appreciative to find a conscious dealer, an honest dealer. And I was appreciative to be that for her, right? I know I'm getting some referrals from that. I know there's lots of great things to come from that. And that is why I got into the business. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to, add that piece that people say is missing, right? And so if that is you, if you're like, yes, that is why I got into the business. Yes, I want to do good business. Yes, I do good business. I need some help to continue to do good business, because if you do good business, you do become a target sometimes, right? And you do have to stand your ground and have your boundaries. And if you need some help with that, then let me know, because that is what we do. Okay, I would like to invite you to the $1 Million Dealer Club while enrollment is open right now. All right. So if you're interested in $1 Million Dealer Club, then put $1 Million Dealer in the comments, and I will send you information on how to join, because yes, it is still a great business. All you have to do is just follow the steps, follow the yellow brick road, right? And you'll get to where you're trying to go. All right. And if you don't know the steps, you need to get the steps. I know the steps. I'll give you the steps, and you can be better for it. All right. So I'm always praying for your success, but prayer without works is dead. So you got to do your part, which is taking advantage of all these resources that are coming your way to build your business and to make you better for it. All right, CEOs, be blessed. I'll see you next week, and hopefully I'll see you in the lending class. All right, bye.